So Day of the Dead is rooted in Aztec tradition, and it shifts the view of death from a finality to a natural phase of life. And so much of that focuses on maintaining a connection with ancestors through elaborate altars, and those altars are often filled with personal items and photos and food. And there may even be people here that have a closer connection with the Day of the Dead. But here in California, Day of the Dead is a really big event that so many people participate in beyond those that have that direct familial connection to that ceremony and practice. And another one that most people, have either participated in themselves or heard about is Passover, right? So in some in the tradition, in the Jewish tradition of Passover, the idea is that people are remembering so deeply that line between past and present that they are stepping into the lineage itself, right? Like Passover is such a great example, and one of the strongest examples of acknowledging that living ancestral continuity, right? As part of the Passover celebration, there's the retelling the same story that the ancestors have told. There's eating the same symbolic foods. There's a structure that's been passed down for generations, and it's really common to sit down with family across multiple generations. So, those are some practices. That there are some practices. Chrissy, yes, we most commonly associate it with Mexican culture, but Mexican culture that is even more deeply rooted in the Aztec culture that influenced Mexican culture. So many more people are doing their own practices around Day of the Dead, but that's exactly what happens, right? That strong ancestral celebration, that strong ancestral connection, and how poignant it is that other peoples are continuing to engage in the practices as well. And so that encouragement to develop your own, because it speaks to a universal truth, that connection. So along those lines, as you are thinking about connecting to your ancestors, I'll say one of the really common practices across traditions is the ancestor altar. So if for some reason this has interest to you, where you're like, all right, I'd like to develop a deeper connection to my ancestors, that ancestor altar can be a phenomenal start.